Good evening, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is Ed again, and I recently got 3 kits, and I opened them up, went through them, looked at them, and I've decided today that I'm going to go ahead and do an unboxing on them. One of the kits, I'm pretty sure I've seen an unboxing before somewhere on YouTube. The other two, I'm not so sure. First kit I'm going to be unboxing is AMT's 51 Chevy Fleetline. Not entirely certain that I've seen an unboxing on this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and do an unboxing tonight with this. And like I say, I've already opened the kit previously and looked through it, took everything out of the bags, but this one's pretty cool because it comes with some not brand name bare metal foil, but that's what it is. It's an adhesive, self-adhesive aluminum foil for chrome trim, and then it's got some really cool decals with it. Get it. And it's got decals. Oh shoot. For the gauges, and it's got license plates and just all sorts of neat, cool decals on it that I think I'm gonna like using some of those. Set those over here out of my way. Same goes for this aluminum foil. Set that over here as well. And then for the chrome tree, chrome's a little bright, it's a little shiny, but it's got steering wheel, rear view, it's got the grill, it's got the stock moon style hubcaps, headlight buckets, it's got a optional grill, it's got 2 different style bumpers on it, it's got some wheel centers, license plates, it's got a chrome valve cover for the inline 6. Pretty neat stuff there. And then for the glass, it's got just a single one-piece glass, a couple of different lenses on either end of it. Glass is really good and clear, so I'm liking that. And then here's the body, and it's got a little bit of a mold line right here along the front of the front fenders. It's got a mold line back here in this corner, and then this little bit of fin right here off the back of the rear fenders. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be on this car or not. When I build this car, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that because I'm not real keen on that, but it's got excellent detail in the side of for the side molding of the car, and it's got the deluxe badging molded in right up here. You can't really see it too well, my camera's not zooming in too good, but excellent detail on this kit. The panel lines for the doors and the trunk, they're nice and deep. They're not going to have to be rescribed or anything like that, so I'm happy with that. And then the chassis, got some decent detail here in the back part of the chassis over the rear axle, and not a whole lot of flash, and I'm not really noticing any trademarks that are going to have to be removed or anything like that, so that's good. And then on the floor pan, now the bottom side of the floor pan does have a trademark. It's going to have to get removed. Got pretty good texture on the inside there for the carpeting. Got radiator, exhaust, steering column battery, firewall, and these 2 indents here on the firewall, I'm thinking I'm going to fill it in because I'm gonna definitely be customizing this kit. And on this piece of sprue here, got front and rear seats. Got the front and rear seats. Got the not real sure what this is. This is probably the rear package shelf. Got the interior door panels. Really good detail on those. I mean, just excellent detail on those. So that's going to be a joy to paint and do the detail work on. Kit comes with 2 sets of tires. I'm just going to show one of each. For the stock version that you can build the car, it's got these really skinny wide white wall tires. And then for the kind of hot rod version, it's got these bigger Firestones with white pad print lettering. So that's nice. On this sprue, it has another exhaust pipe and muffler. It's got engine block halves. Turn around so y'all can see there. Alright. Engine block halves, oil pan. Here's the oil pan. Got transmission, intake belts, a non-chrome valve cover. It's got a couple of different cylinder heads for it. One's for the custom version of the engine, one's for the stock. It's got a transmission brace, fan, some air cleaners, the generator, just various engine parts going on there. This sprue's got the dash, some rear fender skirts, wheel retainers, air ducting going from the radiator support to the firewall. I'm not going to be using this air ducting, that's why I'm going to fill those 2 holes in. Steering tie rod, wheel backs, anti-sway bar, drive shaft, differential halves. This one's got the lower front suspension, the seat back for the front seat. Looks like some dash components, or maybe, or no, these are for part of the chassis. Okay, and then here's the hood. And this sprue has a couple of body trim for under the front bumper and rear bumper, some exhaust manifolds, intake, carburetors. And then this one's got a couple of factory style wheels, which this one over here also, there's 2 of the factory wheels. And then here's the other 2. It's got the steering wheel, some shock absorbers. It's got the standard ride height spindles. It's got the lowered suspension spindles, front springs, inner fender wells. Massive amounts of detail on these fender wells. It's almost a shame that I'm not going to be using them with this kit. And then AMTs. This is AMT kit number A1378200. Instruction manual. It's fairly typical AMD instruction manual. So, and when I say I'm going to be customizing it, through Iceman Collections, I've ordered one of their twin turbo 572 big block Chevrolets that I'm going to be putting into this car. And what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to leave the front fender wells, the front ender fenders out, and I'm going to cut the fenders. I'm going to glue the hood on, and I'm going to cut the fender down along the door, and then I'm going to kind of angle it over toward the front so that it kind of comes along this molded in trim, and I'm going to make a flip nose out of it. I think that'd be really, really cool with this. And since I'm going to be doing some garage dioramas, I think this inline 6 that comes with it would make a really great set piece thing for the diorama. Get all these parts back in here. Don't forget tires. And I'm also thinking that I might put some LEDs in the headlights and maybe even tail lights. And just kind of light it up, make it look nice. And the second kit that I'm unboxing is Revell Corvette C7R, and my camera's not focusing. There it goes. The Corvette C7R. And I'd like to give a shout out to Matt Inman of Model Car Videos. It was his link to Model Nut Hobby Nut Model, or whatever, that I used to order this kit for, and it just came in the mail today. It's got some really nice decals that come with it. And when I'd ordered the kit, I wasn't sure if I was going to use it as a parts kit and take the motor and drivetrain and all that and put in something else, or if I was going to go ahead and just build the kit. But after looking at the kit, I think I'm going to actually build this kit. But I'm going to build this one I'm actually going to build completely box stock. The only difference between the version of this kit that I'm going to do and the Revell instruction is going to be, I'm not going to use Revell's suggested paint scheme. I'm going to paint it my own. But the interior pan has got just massive detail. The front radiator's molded in. The inside floor panels, they're smooth, but this is a race car. This is the 24 Hour of Le Mans car, and when the kit's completed, the body is actually supposed to lift up off of the chassis for display. But the body, it's just really super clean. It's not a lot of flash. I'm not even really noticing any massive mold seam lines or anything like that. The body panel lines are nice and deep, so they're not going to have to get rescribed or anything. And then for this sprue, got the race car dash, got some fuel injection. I'm thinking that's fuel injection parts. Undercarriage pan, the headlights, and then here's the clear piece for the headlight lenses. Here's what compromises the suspension front and rear on this car. exterior door panels for driver and passenger side. Rear spoiler, hood and side view mirrors, got a couple of engine parts, the belt pulley and engine front, as well as a rear mount radiator of some sort. Having looked through the directions, this piece mounts on the rear of the chassis pan, and this is like, I don't even remember what this piece is. I'm not used to really building race cars, so, but here you got pedals, safety net, more fuel injection stuff, intake base plate. I'm thinking this is a piece of body, part of the body trim, and this is part of the roll cage. The glass comes with the borders of the windows already painted black, so that's really nice. That's going to take a lot of headache out of that. The chassis pan is just flat, and it does have a really large trademark right there that I'm going to have to remove. But it's, and on mine, I don't know if I can get this lined up with the camera here, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty twisted, so I'm gonna have to soak it in a little warm water, see if I can't straighten that out some. And then this sprue has more roll cage parts. Here's the engine block halves and exhaust, and I don't remember exactly what this tank is. Oh, those are valve covers, I'm sorry. It's got 4 tires with the kit. They're slick tread racing tires, and the sides of the tires are smooth, but the decal set has really nice looking Michelin decals to go on them. Some more engine parts here, and I don't remember exactly what these are. I think this is maybe the front grille, maybe some firewall stuff. This part goes in the interior. It's some sort of a cooler or something. This right here looks like a transmission tunnel, but I could be incorrect on that because it's got a really well built-in transmission tunnel. Maybe this goes on the, okay, this goes in the back. Well, shoot, I don't know where that goes, but I'll figure it out. Really nice racing bucket seat. Looks maybe like some maybe these are the mounts for the rear spoiler. Not real sure what those are. Steering wheel, I'm guessing that's shifter. Maybe some telemetry screen or something. Really nice wheels. I really like the fact that the wheels aren't in chrome. In fact, there's not any chrome in this kit at all whatsoever. Here's taillights. Comes with 2 beefy, super thick, beefy metal axles for the kit. And then the instruction manual. It's typical Revell. Gives a little bit about the history of the car itself. Paint call-outs, special instructions, part numbering and names, more names, and then it starts with the engine and then suspension, and how you should paint the brakes and all that. So yeah, it's very well detailed. Doesn't look like I'm going to have much difficulty putting this kit together at all. Okay, that part that I didn't know, it goes up under on the bottom of the hood, and it's like a scoop for the radiator to force air through the radiator and out over the top of the hood. Yeah, so, and then it's got decal placement on the back side of it, so, you know, typical Revell instructions. And like I say, the only deviation from those instructions that I'm gonna do is the paint job, because, well, of course I'm gonna paint it the way I want it. I mean, it is my kit, so, you know, like pretty much everybody that has a channel says, when you get a kit and you build it your way, build it to suit you. So of course I'm gonna have to paint this my way, but other than that, it's going to be completely 100% box stock, which that's a rarity for me. I normally do something to modify the kit. I add lights, or I'll open a panel here or open a panel there, or I'll put a different engine in it, or something. And then my third kit is, and I'm pretty sure I've seen this one unboxed before, AMT's Peterbilt Wrecker. And I'm gonna kind of build this one mostly box stock as well. Now, the instruction manual for this one, it's not bound together. It's actually multiple sheets that you have to go through, because the way they're printed, they're not really printed in such a way that they can be bound in any kind of specific order. But it's got part numbering and kind of a complicated looking build, but I'm looking forward to it all the same. It's got some fairly nice decals that come with it. Big chrome tree. Tire retainers for the wheels. Various wheel halves, more retainers. It's got air horns and shift. The pogo. Looks like a step, and maybe air cleaner and oil breather. Cab lights, fender mounted turn signals, maybe some bumper mount drive lights. Not real sure what all the rest of that is. The glass I've left in the bag on this one. It's got the side and front windows. It's got the rear in case you build it, if you want to put that in. Lenses for the various lights that go in the bumpers and the headlights. Bunch of frame and suspension parts, drive shaft, your front springs, the frame cross members. Looks like some steering parts. front fenders, dash, looks like maybe the top of the dash, firewall, looks like maybe some fender pieces, exhaust and or air inlets, interior tub, radiator halves, battery box, battery. This I believe goes on the roof for like a air conditioning, seat base, one of the air tanks. And that might be like an air deflector or something, not real sure. Wrecker bed, boom parts, oil barrel push broom, shovel, some flags, tow hooks, some other various little small parts here, toolbox, CB radio, plastic spare tire, side of the wrecker bed, got some jerry cans, floor jack, various little detail parts that go in on the side, headache rack, some wood panels, wood beams. Here's the other side of the wrecker bed, the tailgate portion. Here's the part of the wrecker bed that goes up against the cab, the top and bottom for the fuel barrel, winch parts, here's the cab, really nice detail. The molded in door handles are good. Panel lines are decent enough so that I don't think I'm going to need to rescribe. The looks like the windshield wipers are separate, and then you got the hood, Peterbilt emblem on the side, nice rivet detail, so that's going to be nice. Frame rails, yeah, they look they're a little bit bent and twisted. A little warm water will fix that. Here's the push bar front bumper, winch parts for the winch, for the tow truck part. Looks like cross bracing for the boom. It does come with a sleeper box. Here's the back, here's the part that goes to the cab, here's the floor of the sleeper box, the sides, and the roof. Bunch of suspension parts, air tanks, airbag for the suspension, air brakes, brake backs, air brake actuators, suspension linkages, steering wheel, seats, drum brakes, front hubs, rear hubs, the air ride suspension for this front for the driver's seat, the 2 rear differentials, front steer axle, tie rod, drive shaft going between the differentials, front shocks, rear shocks. Not real sure what these little parts are. Probably they might be interior parts. Looks like CB antennas, CB radio. Block halves for the big Caterpillar inline 6, transmission, front of the engine, oil pan, fan, intakes, various other engine parts. Here's the fuel tanks for the truck, the sides with the ends, some, in case you wanted to build it as a regular big rig, it comes with the parts you'd need to do the fifth wheel plate, or the fifth wheel rider plate, carrier, and the fifth wheel, so the rear mud flaps, some diamond plating to go in between here and the sleeper. Here's a little piece of the bottom of the front of the cab. Got some more chrome here with the grille, 4-piece mirrors, front bumper, exhaust stacks, another step. Yeah, there's the separate windshield wipers. Headlight buckets. Here's some more chrome parts. Here's the handle for that floor jack, a chrome tow hook, side rails that go on the sides of the bed, light bar that goes on top, visor that goes on the front of the cab over the front windshield, kind of like so. Let's see. The truck comes with 10 Goodyear tires. It's got its clear red for its tail lights, transparent amber for turn signals, and that's about it. And this one, as with all my kits, I'm going to do my own paint on my own custom paint, make it look the way I want it to look. Some of that chrome stuff I'll be tossing into a vat of bleach to take the chrome off, so I can repaint it, make that look the way I want it. I'm definitely going to be building this one as the tow truck without the sleeper box on it. And like these wheels, I may or may not leave the chrome on the wheels. I don't know yet, because I do want this tow truck to be kind of showy. But at the same time, I don't want it to be perfectly immaculate either. So I haven't really decided on if I'm going to leave the chrome that's already on the wheels there, or if I'm going to strip them and paint them a different color, or strip them and paint them a different style of chrome. I hadn't 100% decided on that. I may or may not add some lights to this one. So, but that's basically it for tonight. If you like what you saw, consider giving the video a like. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Doesn't cost anything, just a click of a button. And feel free to leave comments. Give me suggestions. Tell me what you think I'm doing wrong. You know, just whatever. Just be polite. That's all I ask in the comments. Just please be polite, because I'm always polite in my comments when I leave them. So please do me the same courtesy, and you know, y'all have a wonderful night or day or whatever time it is you happen to be seeing this video, because right now it is almost 9 o'clock on Sunday, the December the 22nd, as I'm just about to stop recording this. So, but whatever time it is that y'all get around to watching this, have a nice whatever time of day it is. Be safe, be well, be happy, and see you next time.